I want to talk about Trump renaming the Kennedy Center because part of it that I think nobody's talking about, but I think is the crux of all of this, is that this boils down to power literacy and Trump's own insecurities. So let's get into it. Donald Trump is incredibly insecure. Like, obviously, he is so insecure. And what that insecurity to me boils down to is the fact that he knows in his heart, even though he is rich, he will never be viewed as legitimate. And especially legitimate by the kind of East Coast elite, blue blood, social network and circles he's been trying to get into his entire life. Because at the end of the day, Donald Trump has his money because his dad was a slumlord in the Bronx. Let's just keep it a buck. That is where his money comes from. It is not seen as legitimate by the white folks in the circles that he's always been trying to get into. His wealth that he has does not convert into cultural authority. It does not build institutions. It does not become a legacy. And he is trying to insert himself into legacy because he knows that the elites that I'm referencing, the ones that he wants to be buddy buddy with, they clock him immediately, and they know the difference between having money and being legitimate with a legacy. Trump knows that he cannot earn legitimacy, so he tries to override it by doing stupid stuff like renaming buildings, branding institutions, and trying to force himself into history in a hierarchy that will never accept him. I've talked about my childhood before, just my observations, and growing up around like rich and wealthy white people, and whether they want to admit it or not, they understand the power structures of this country because they benefit from it and they are the ones that built it. They know who was easily meant to like rise within those structures and who wasn't. And there's this weird, quiet, like recognition when somebody like me is able to navigate elite structures in any way. Not because they're like an ally, not because they like it, not because they're progressive, but because they actually know and understand how hard it is to climb within that for somebody like me. I get that quiet recognition. Trump does not. And that fact eats him alive. That eats him alive. And he is humiliated about it. He's humiliated. But at the end of the day, they will never accept him. He will always be trash to those groups of people. And I just think, once again, he's pathetic and a loser. And everybody that works for his administration and is associated with him is also a pathetic loser. But yeah, that's what this is about. That's what this is about.